the mighty and resilient Merrimack River, carving through the communities of our great region. My name is Linda Lorden, proud president of Merrimack County Savings Bank, and like the river that serves as our namesake, we're a constant yet ever-changing presence. Because to us, it's bigger than banking. It's about powering communities and putting people first. It's about knowing where you came from and where you're going. That's Merrimack style. Visit us at themerrimack.com.
This is the Washington Times front page for Monday, July 8th, 2024. Thanks for starting your week with us. I'm George Gerbo. Prominent Democrats are warning that President Biden has a short amount of time to prove he can overcome questions about his mental and physical fitness to remain on the 2024 ticket. Susan Ferricchio and Mallory Wilson report 4 senior House Democrats said in a private leadership call Sunday that he should be removed from the ticket and replaced by Vice President Kamala Harris. Both Connecticut Senator Christopher Murphy and California Representative Adam Schiff also expressed concerns about Biden's candidacy on Sunday morning political shows. An interview that aired Friday with George Stephanopoulos of ABC News raised even more questions about the president. Biden struggled to remember whether he'd watched a replay of the debate, sidestepped questions about whether he had any recent mental lapses, and refused to take a cognitive test and release its results to the public. An international student is being deported after admitting to deceiving the Departments of State and Homeland Security, as well as Lehigh University, into helping him obtain a visa and college scholarship. Stephen Dinan reports Arayan Anand of India fabricated a death certificate for his father to obtain a full scholarship at the Pennsylvania school, and he tricked the State Department into clearing him for a student visa. On June 12th, he pleaded guilty to forgery in exchange for other charges being dropped after he detailed his exploits in a post on Reddit. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement arrested him and put him before an immigration judge, who ordered him deported. Now in her 4th term, Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett is surprising legal analysts with her willingness to forge a different path from the court's most conservative members. Alex Sawyer reports she often sides with the other Republican appointees, but writes her own opinions, describing how she arrived at those conclusions. She broke from the other 5 conservatives last month on the government's prosecution of January 6th defendants and refused to go as far on granting immunity to presidents. House Republicans are seeking answers from the Securities and Exchange Commission about Hunter Biden's involvement with a tribal bond scheme. Susan Ferricchio reports Hunter escaped charges despite the involvement of his associates and one of his shell companies, Rosemont Seneca Bohai, in the scheme. Republicans recently disclosed a letter from Hunter's attorneys to an SEC subpoena issued on March 16, 2016, that demanded Hunter turn over documents and communications regarding that company. And finally, we have a Q&A with Maryam Rajavi of the National Council of Resistance of Iran, which seeks to replace Iran's theocratic regime with a democracy. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.
Big O Tire's biggest Black Friday sale is here. For a limited time, get unbeatable savings on the tire brands you know and trust, plus savings on brakes, oil changes, air filters, and more. All with multiple financing options tailored to you. These savings won't last. Make an appointment online at bigotires.com or stop by one of your locally owned and operated Greater Colorado Springs Big O Tires today. Big O Black Friday savings going on now. Big O Tires, the team you trust.